and welcome back to the Spoonie Stitcher channel. I'm Shannon, the Spoonie Stitcher, and this is the Stitchery. If you're new here, welcome. This is our mini series of hooks that are good for spoonies, yes or no. Today we're going to talk about the Hobby Lobby Yarnology hooks, and this is the original version where they all had colored shafts. So let's talk about the sizes that they come in. This is the 4. It's really hard to read the size. Can you read that? It's a 4. I highly recommend keeping the packaging and writing with a Sharpie on these things. They are not engraved, but they are printed nicely on the plastic. However, I'll show you one of mine is already coming off. They also have a 5. 5 is much easier to read. It's a nice red color. This one has a 5.5 in green. And they are in numbers, not letters. However, there's always an exception, right? They decided to change it up and make this one a J, which is a 6mm in purple. Why they changed in the middle, I don't know. Because we also have a K, which is a 6.5. A fun blue color. And then we have a 7. I don't understand. Then we have a 7mm in yellow. And an 8mm. $9mm and a 10mm. I believe they also make a 12 and a 15. I just don't own them, but I think they do. Okay, so those are the sizes they come in. So it's a fairly decent amount. They don't come in the super small sizes because you should not do tight projects like amigurumi with them. They cannot take it. They're way too flexible. They will break. They are a decent price. I will put the price up here. And then sometimes, like in the summer, you have to look, Yarnology will sometimes make their stuff 50% off. So that's when I got my hooks. And I would look for that sale usually. Okay, so this is the H or 5mm Yarnology hook. This is 100% acrylic yarn. See how it goes. Okay, it makes a slight noise, which is to be expected for plastic hooks. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. Okay. Do some half doubles here. So there's a little more resistance than I would like personally. It's not great, but if you have tight tension, you won't like it. But if you have looser tension, like here, see if you crochet with looser tension, yeah, it's really not bad at all. For tight tension people, you won't like this. And of course, my ultimate test. Can we do trebles? Yep. Plenty of room for trebles. I don't really like making them though. And bobbles. Yep. Okay, so that's the 5. I mean, there's a slight resistance. In any plastic hook, there will be resistance. That's just the way it is, but it depends how strong the resistance is that you can stand. And for me, this one on the burnout blanket yarn, I don't mind at all. It's barely there. Yeah. That's my hands, by the way. My hands will shake occasionally. That's not the hook shaking, that's me. See? See how much faster this is than doing it with the acrylic yarn? Look at that. Nice, pretty stitches. And obviously, I mean, look, you can wrap it forever. So you got plenty of room. But that's just my opinion. I love using the larger hooks. So these ones. For Bernat blanket yarn, I love making pillows and slippers and things like that. And actually, these are pretty nice with that kind of yarn. They slide really well with that particular kind of yarn. However, the smaller hooks, well, not small, average, I guess. I don't know. This is a 5.5. They are not the best of friends with all yarns. Now, acrylic, it's not so bad. However, for some reason with cotton, it's like the little fibers get stuck in here. And there's nothing to get stuck on, so I don't understand. There is a seam, but it's so smooth. I don't understand why it gets stuck, but I wouldn't use them with cotton unless you're desperate. But actually on acrylic, they slide pretty well. So that was me. I use the, pretty much the 7 to the 10 for my projects. Oh, I did, however, make a basket with 4 strands of yarn held together. It is huge and it is on my floor. It holds all of my Bernat blanket yarn. That is why I made it. And it is enormous. It took me a very long time to make it, and I held 4 strands together and I used this hook. In fact, I bought this hook because I needed a large hook to make my basket. And I made the entire thing with this, and I loved it. It has a rubber coating with the little plastic flowers. Now, do the plastic flowers eat into your hand? Honestly, I really thought they would. I thought it would bother me, but no. They really don't. In fact, in some areas, they are more comfortable. It's very strange. So, a knife gripper, you got plenty of room. If you're a choker, also plenty of room. Pencil gripper, yep. Choker pencil gripper, yep. Won't bump into your hand, nice. Long shaft, for you can make big stitches, great. Nice pointy head, get it in those little stitches. Nice area to grip your stitches. Now, not all hooks are created equal. That was the 10mm. The 6.5mm has a couple of flaws. It's not super smooth. It does have a raised seam, and the edge of it I had to file down because the plastic was unfinished. So when you go into the store, look at the hooks. Don't just take the first one. Really look at all of the options you have and see, you know, which one has really significant flaws, and don't get that one. I never buy the first one I see. I always look and see if there's better ones behind it. And I have not been sorry. Unfortunately, I needed the 6.5mm, and this was the best one. But I knew I could fix it with a nail file. However, I will say, be very careful whenever you use a nail file on plastic. One, little pieces can come off, and I wear glasses, so I'm kind of protected, but they can fly off. Also, you can damage your tip of your hook. This part can become damaged if you go too hard or if you don't file it properly. So, are these good hooks? Yes. Are they worth getting not on sale? It depends. If you get ones that don't have a lot of flaws in them, then yeah. If you make a lot of things with burnout blanket yarn, trust me, these are great. I make a lot of slippers and a lot of pillows. I think my dad has like 4 back pillows for his back. I would say yes, they are a good value for what they do. If you like to crochet with a lot of cotton yarn, I don't recommend them. I don't. And I'm talking about kitchen cotton. Really nice cotton, like especially cotton blends, not as bad, but for some reason kitchen cotton and these are not friends. Do they have everything that a good hook should have? Yeah, they do. But there are flaws and they are made of plastic, and you do have to remember plastic breaks. Personally, I wouldn't pay more than the sale price, but I also like to buy things on sale. But it's not a bad price for what it does. And I love to support Hobby Lobby, so. I would say that these hooks are 4 out of 5 zebras. I would get them, I would use them, I have them, I do use them, especially if you like making things with blanket yarn or chenille yarn or any of that kind of yarn. These are great. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of content, consider joining our lovely Zebra Spoonie family. I hope you had fun today, and remember, Spoonies can stitch it up too.